Time doing a little reading. We are ending Pisces season this week. I don't know that I'll get many views on daytime lives. Nevertheless, I'm live. So yeah, we are wrapping up Pisces season, that old energy. Okay, so we got the Guide of Cups, the Eight of Wands. We got the Guide of Cups, the Eight of Wands. All right, so Guide of Cups, Eight of Wands. Okay, we've got Judgment. We've got the Scout of Swords. We've got the Two of Swords. The Backpacker of Swords. And the Moon. Put a few angel cards on the board. We have obstacles. We have fairy wings. We have flow. We have plan. Okay. So yeah, we look at long-term plans, short-term plans. You know, like sometimes we feel like we are absolutely living in the moment. You know, like we want the new things to come to pass, but the manifestations are not right. So in the meantime, you're focused on what you can do, you know. Here we have the angel card, plan, saying following a long-term plan will help me achieve my life's purpose. To make the most of this moment of inspiration and angel guidance, plan your days so as to reach maximum efficiency. This is a powerful time for you, and you are capable of achieving a lot without a plan. You risk wasting precious time. You're going to waste time if you're not following a long-term plan. So, I mean, we all should be working on our goals. We should have some goals, small goals. You know, our life should be more than just existing day to day. There's something we can do for people, you know, to contribute to the collective, because now with Pluto and Aquarius, people do care about collective issues. It's not a mistake that we wrapped up Pisces season, you know, with the karma clearing, with Saturn leaving Pisces early February, you know, the Mars in Pisces, Mercury in Pisces, everything that's been going on has been so significant. We've had, you know, the great conjunction with Aries energy, where we've been collectively resetting. There's just so much going on in the cosmos, and we got to do our part. Everybody's doing their part here, you know, like group thinking and group mentality is favored. People like to think with a group. They like more people on their team. They feel like the more people on your team, the more you're winning in life. You know, if you're doing it alone, you don't know that you don't know that your win. The win is not as significant if you do it alone. I mean, sure, you can benefit from standing alone, you know, here and there, but ultimately people are part of groups, and no man or woman is an island. We just know your boundaries, know your limits, know what you're going to do, what you're not going to do. The Guide of Cups is about not doing the savior mentality. You have to have boundaries around that. Like, you will never have a personal life if you jump and run and go to your daily job, your daily grind. I mean, sure, you can take all those hours if that's what you feel called to do, if that helps with your long-term plan, you know. But you know, what is your long-term plan? Is it just those brick and mortar jobs that can replace you? I mean, you can enjoy your season with them. You know, they have good things, you know, good benefits to staying with them. But you don't limit yourself to that. We are very much in a networking era, and your side projects could very well take off. Okay, so essentially we care about the path of least resistance. That's the popular way. Not that people aren't doing old school religion. People are still with that, and that's okay if that's where they are. But um, releasing the effort and just going easy is a good thing. Um, again, the path of least resistance, it has some beauty, and that's the spiritual path. So we're done overriding our intuition in the new era. We care about that discernment. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you for joining me. You guys are amazing. Hope you guys are enjoying the rest of Pisces season. We are wrapping up Pisces season in just a couple days. We have new moon in Pisces on the 18th at 28 degrees, while the sun is in Pisces also at 28 degrees. So there's very strong energy in the cosmos right now, getting our attention. Here we have flow. Let's go with the flow, okay? Things happen when they are supposed to. That's what we got. Things happen when they are supposed to. This is a reminder from your angels to trust in the flow of the universe and to always follow your intuition when making decisions. With positive changes and opportunities on the horizon, now is a great time for you to take action and move forward in your life. So we're just going to go with the flow and see what comes up, see what's there for us. I mean, we can try to push for outcomes that we want, but we ought to know when to take a time out. I mean, we can definitely feel some urgency, but take a time out, you know, because we apply ourselves to the daily grind. You know, we can be in that savior mentality rather than holding boundaries, you know. But sometimes you need that time. So like this week I did take a day off, you know, for a birthday, a family obligation. And, you know, I ended up with another day off on Saturday, which is nice because people need to take a time out. We have the Backpacker of Swords here. Let go of the obedience to maybe old school stuff, you know, obedience to past people, you know what I mean? You are not stuck in their system, they are not stuck in yours. We're not limited to those people, you know what I mean? Um, Essentially, you can have a path that is yours. We can all have a path that's uniquely ours. We don't have to um, push for people to be exactly like us. We don't have to push for unity, although group thinking is great, but we wish well on other groups. We wish well on other people. We can give them good energy. We can feel good energy towards them, but we don't have to um, be completely part of their group, because you have your own thing. You have your own things going. You know, you're an individual outside of every single group. Here we have obstacles. The angels are talking to us about obstacles falling away easily. So, believing that we can have obstacles move away from us we are as we are trying to have some long-term plans. We do want stability, but we also want growth, and the worn out um, what's been overdone. You know what's been overdone? Things that feel worn out, like, you know, like you can only go so far with certain situations. Sometimes you don't make it to the next round, you know, like, so you're just kind of like sticking with what you're doing right now, but you don't know that that's a forever situation, you know, but take advantage of it while it's there, you know what I mean? But ultimately you have to have better plans than just getting by, existing, surviving, because um you don't want to do the survival. You know, if you feel like you're just surviving, you might be missing something. You know what I mean? The angels remind you that you are a highly capable person, and there's nothing that you cannot overcome and achieve when you set your mind to it. The obstacles you have faced are lessons which have taught you about your own strength and resilience. So, obstacles can be moved away. You know, we're going to be interested in our intuition with that moon energy. We can be a little wild. We don't need to hide. People can see us. People can see us. Everyone can be seen and heard. We're in like new school, you know, we're not doing that old school stuff where they're saying people don't get seen and heard. We should be seen and heard. We've got this Scout of Swords. We've got this Scout of Swords. Here we have somebody packed up and ready to go. They're on a trip, like a hiking trip. Okay, we care about our self-worth. We care about our self-worth. So maybe that's why people want to pack up and go, because they're concerned about their self-worth. They're worried about losing themselves to situations that aren't moving them forward. You know what I mean? So that's where the imposter syndrome is brought to our attention. We want to work on our self-worth. We want to truly be worth more. And these brick and mortar jobs, they're not everything. People are looking at outside of the box solutions. People are looking at doing things in new ways. Here we have fairy wings. My inner child is happy and carefree. Do you ever feel like a lost child wandering aimlessly through life? Do you feel like you've forgotten how to be truly happy and carefree? The angels ask you to play, to have fun, Let go of the adult seriousness you have been carrying around. Yeah, people want to be happy now. Today's St. Patrick's Day. Today is a new day. We're lucky that we're here and that we can take up space and be on the planet. Life can be easier than it needs to be. We don't have to be following rigid rules. Um, Again, we care more about the discernment, and we care about our intuition. So essentially, as we journey towards higher self-worth, letting the past be in the past, we have to look at the overall bigger picture, but go with the flow in the moment. Obstacles that are there, they'll fall away, so you can be on a better path, and you can stay that way. You can let go of things that no longer serve you. um you know People can feel however they want, but you got to do what's best for you sometimes, and sometimes you're part of another group and you're part of another scenario, and so you work on what is immediately in front of you, and you have to let go of the past. If anyone wants to talk to you about things, let's talk future. Let's talk about positive things. Let's let go of that negative stuff. The judgment card is about your intuition, your discernment, you deciding what matters. You know what I mean? Your judgment matters more than another person's if they have nothing positive to say to you. So let's try to be positive towards them. Maybe they can be positive towards us. If you have to, you agree to disagree. You put your self-worth as a priority, as people are into self-development now, and that's okay. We can be into self-development. The whole savior mentality and take up your cross and go too far with it, that's not positive in this new era. I mean, we can do some things to help other people. We can talk to them, we can give them advice, we can hold boundaries around what we will and will not do. But ultimately, you can't be obedient to people pleasing, to people of the past. You have to be future thinking. Sometimes people from the past can be part of the future, but you have to watch how things go. You don't have to solve everyone's problems. You can give advice, you can listen, but you don't necessarily have to fix everything. That's an illusion if people think that you're there only to fix everything, because you're not. You're not always going to be there to fix everything. Okay, so let's just go with the flow. Be at peace with other people as much as possible. And let's work on positive things. We need positive things for the future. All right, that's my message as we wrap up Pisces season. Again, Pisces season is about clearing the old energy. We want to clear the old energy, and then we want to be working on that fresh new beginning, which we're moving into Aries season on the 20th. We have spring equinox on the 20th. We're in spring, so let's make the most of the season of spring, because winter is wrapping up. The old era, it's gone. We're in the spring, we're in the dawn of the new era, and we're here. So that's my message. Thanks for watching.